Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 174. Ah! I am your co-host, Yamjuice.
And I'm your co-host, Flex.
And today, we've got a very special episode. It's all about
Halo 5.
That's right, Halo 5. And we were here with our extremely awesome guest, the returning many-time guest, Mr. EatMyWhopper. Yay! Out of Florida.
Thanks for having me.
The great state of Florida.
Thank you.
All right. And we've also got Mr. tgizzle 423. Yeah!
Of Florida as well.
Also from the great state of Florida.
It's not Florida show. Except for I live in Minnesota and Yam lives in
The
California.
Gators whooped Georgia's ass yesterday. If anybody's a college football fan, I dabble a little bit because my family's big into it. But yeah, that happened because Georgia and Florida are big rivals.
Really?
Yeah.
So Whop, where do you stand on that?
I'm a Hurricane fan, so I really don't watch the Gators.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. Me, I'm University of Hawaii. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just trying to pick the furthest possible place.
They're
Oh, my
on
goodness.
Pineapples. As
Yeah,
athletes.
so what's everybody been doing other than playing video games? What's going on there, Whopper?
Nothing much. Had a nice day today with the family, and that's about it. Came home, played some Halo. Nothing different.
All right. And Flex, what about you?
Well, I've just been driving around smoking doobies, you know.
Why should today be different? No, I'm just kidding. And tgizzle, you were telling me that you were kind of flush in the pink.
Flushing, what does that mean?
It means that you had more money than you used to have.
Yeah, because now I'm not in school anymore, and I am an adult in the adult world. I have money. It's cool.
Yay!
Yeah, so I got a full-time job and all that stuff, and got income, and moving into my own place soon, and a lot of exciting stuff going on.
Wow,
So-
that's awesome.
That's fun.
Well, me, yesterday I went to the dentist after many visits. It's like I finally got my permanent bridge. First of all, you have to see it. They did a really good job, I thought.
Oh, Halloween was yesterday too. I forgot.
Yeah, Halloween was yesterday. Did you guys celebrate? Did you party? Did you have fun?
I had a party in the morning, but it wasn't for Halloween at all. Yesterday was the finals for the League of Legends World Championship, so I had a party with a bunch of my friends in the morning because the game started at 8 in the morning because the finals took place in Germany.
Wow.
So we watched it all live in the morning. Got pizza, got wing dip, all that kind of stuff like that all together early in the morning and watched all the games until about 12.
Wow.
So-
Well, since it was in Germany, shouldn't you have been eating bratwurst?
Nah,
Nah.
we had pizza.
Are you actually telling me that you're seriously a League of Legends esports fan?
I'm a League
Wow.
of Legends esports fan.
Who are you shooting for? Who are you pulling for?
Well, we're North America. We live in North America, so I was hoping for some of the North American teams that were in the final in the World Championship to actually make it, but all the North American teams got knocked out before semifinals. So
Who usually wins these things?
usually Asian teams, usually Korea or Korea, China, or Japan.
Wow. So what kind of money is on the line here?
This championship was $6 million. So yeah.
Wow.
looks like Halo and Call of Duty have got a ways to go.
Yeah,
I
they're not
think.
anywhere close to the level of competitiveness and size and scale of League of Legends, really. No, I mean, nothing really is, to be fair. But the MOBA genre is the genre that is the furthest along in esports.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, but have they been on the X Games? That's what I want to know.
No, but Dota 2 was on ESPN.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I did see that.
Well, not everybody is happy about that. There's some sports reporter guy who works
Colin
for ESPN.
Cowherd.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like all butthurt that
He works now on FSN, Florida.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was
really?
like, he was saying about how he doesn't want video games on ESPN, and since he commentates on real sports stuff like that. I mean, I don't exactly see it the same as real athletic
He's a
sports
douche.
either. Yeah, he was very dickish.
Well,
about
you know
it.
what? If fucking
He's always
World
dickish
Series
about
of
something.
Poker, if World Series of Poker can be on ESPN, fuck.
Yeah,
I mean,
fair enough.
Let's get
yeah.
down to the real issue at hand. Why did they ban weed from esports? It's not a performance-enhancing drug. Well, I guess it is esports.
No, but I think it's probably to the same scope as normal athletes and like normal other
Yeah,
sports and other leagues, because these people are role models for children.
Legitimacy.
Yeah, legitimacy, role modeling. Because actually this year especially esports mainly. I can't remember which esport this team was exactly for, but there's this guy who was getting interviewed, and he talked about and he said in an interview, and it started this whole discussion in the esports community about how all these players on these competitive gaming teams are all freaking constantly on what's that drug called, like Adderall, yeah.
Yeah.
And they do it to concentrate and stay awake and stuff, because like they to train they had like at least for League of Legends players for the most part they play the game for like 12 hours in a day.
Shit.
So to stay awake the entire time, they freaking take Adderall and caffeine and stuff like that to stay awake. But they've banned all kind of drug use. I mean, you can take you can have caffeine and other normal stuff, but like any like prescription medication.
so you can slam the Red Bulls all you want.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff is fine, but not any actually not any kind of drug that can be prescribed to a person. And if you're not if that's not prescribed to you, then you will get banned from whatever league or whatever you're in. But that's not the case for every single esports game yet. For all the big major ones, it has become a thing officially.
So what about Tanya Harding's inhaler? Will that get people kicked?
Probably not. But
Well, if esports is supposed to be like role models, then Call of Duty players as role models for our kids.
Not many of them.
Oh, we're in
to be
bad
fair,
shape.
the pro players and the average Call of Duty player are different, because like just look at the content creators on YouTube that cover Call of Duty. Those are the same kind of people that are generally also esports players, as far as like the amount of time they put into the game and the amount of work ethic they have. They're all responsible adults that put in time and effort and care about the game and the community. So whatever gaming community they're a part of.
Right.
So-
Well, I mean, for every responsible, mature guy like Nate Shot, you've got
Flex.
people like. Well, I mean, even in esports, you've got guys like Killa, and like Keemstar is like always busy talking about drama alerts, because they're douchebags, some of them.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
but you got the same thing in other sports too. I mean, like you got the freaking NFL stars that every other week or so you find out like, oh, they had 6 hookers and killed someone and was selling meth, and just I'm using hyperbole, but like you always hear about NFL stars being crazy and ridiculous about the stuff they do in their private lives.
Yeah, or they're caught passed out, knocked out cold in whorehouses.
Or recently they've been caught trying to hook up with porn stars and contacting them on social media, and then these porn stars are revealing the string of messages, like screen capping it and sharing it, like, look, these men are trying to solicit me for sex and all this stuff because they think I'm a prostitute just because I work in pornography and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Well, if you wanna do the porn star, you got to get into the porn yourself and get cast opposite her, and then you're home free.
There you go.
Yeah. So
I mean, some higher tier porn stars actually try to date, celebrities, B-list, C-list celebrities. That's not super uncommon. Like, I can't remember Chuck Liddell. Actually, Chuck Liddell. He's a famous MMA fighter. He was dating a porn star, Jaden James, for a long time. So
yeah,
I don't think I could do that.
you don't think you could date a porn star?
No.
I couldn't.
No.
I could probably
jealous.
could. It just depends on the girl.
Well, it's obviously
Woman.
she know how to do one thing that would be very important.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but that ain't everything.
Trust issues.
Believe me, that ain't everything in a relationship.
Well, I would be too worried about what am I going to get? What am I going to catch?
Well, actually, the porn industry is super clean. Like if a porn star gets STD, they're not allowed to work, and they get tested constantly. It's a very big thing. So like honestly, I would probably if you put in front of me like a super famous porn star versus a random girl I don't know, and you told me like you have to sleep with one of them. Besides the whole like them being a porn star thing, I would sleep with the with the porn star just because I would 100% know they don't have an STD or a disease because they have sex with people constantly who are also clean and they're constantly tested.
Well, that's awesome of you to sacrifice yourself like that.
That's true. Though.
It's true. It's true.
Okay.
I don't know how we got here about Halo 5, but...
we will talk about Halo 5 here. So, who here has played Halo 5?
Everybody. Me.
Whopper is raising his hand. I see your Spartan is raising his hands. Look.
Yes.
All right, so who wants to go first?
I'll go
It's a game.
first.
Okay, Flex.
I suck at it. I'm somewhat frustrated by it because I'm not that good of a Halo player, so I'm still getting the hang of it. But I like the graphics and but I don't really think I like the new controls. I'm gonna go back to the regular controls.
Okay.
Because I don't like the COD. I don't like the fish sticks controls on.
Well,
I'm too used to fucking Halo, man. When I play Halo, and that's my grenade, and that's and it's like.
Well, so are you on default? Or are you on bumper jumper? Or what's your deal?
I haven't changed it yet because I'm too lazy.
I typically always play default in whatever Halo game I'm playing, just because.
I'm gonna go back to default.
Yeah, like I would say, I stick to default most of the time for Halo games, just because. Mainly, like the reason why they change the control schemes at all for every new Halo game is because they add some kind of new feature to the gameplay that makes the whole control scheme different. So they design the default control scheme to be most optimal for how everything works. So
It works too.
Yeah, it works.
It took a while for me to get used to it, but it's pretty smooth.
Okay,
Yeah.
so to aim down sight or like to scope in, what do you
it's called
press on
Smart
default?
Link officially in Halo, but yeah, it's just aim down sights.
Okay, what
That's trigger.
left trigger.
Yeah, left trigger. I didn't
Okay.
I honestly didn't like it at first, like the whole grenades not being my left trigger, but it's a decent enough sacrifice to actually having Smart Link and having ADS, because like it does add an extra depth to the game, and I think Halo 5 actually tackled the whole aiming down sights thing for Halo very tastefully, because I never really wanted Halo games to have aim down sights, but now that it does have, I think it's something that I do want to see in the future. So for the franchise.
Right.
Agree.
Okay, so I guess I'll go next. It's like I may not quite be in the same boat as Flex because I probably played more of it than you have, Flex, but I'm still the biggest noob of most folks. It's like I started with Halo 4, so I'm still working out the kinks. I just finished my Arena Slayer, my 10 matches, and here's the funny thing. I played with my sister Bejewel. You guys know Bejewel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, she's not a Halo player at all. Okay, this is like she's barely played any Halo, and of course she's not good. I mean, she's not good. She really is pretty lost. She needs a lot of experience, and she was getting 2 to 3 kills a game. I was getting anywhere from 8 to 9 to 12 to 14 kills a game. We played all of our matches together. At the end of our 10 rounds,
Where are you going with this?
okay, Bejewel was ranked Silver 1. I was ranked Bronze 1.
Damn.
What?
Okay, so I actually
What?
really want to bitch about this. Okay, so the ranking system in Halo 5 for its competitive multiplayer, which is called Arena, not Warzone, is heavily inspired and based upon other ELO-based ranking systems. And the ELO system is a whole mathematical ranking system that was made for like chess a long time ago and has been implemented in other games since. The biggest example is League of Legends. It has a very similar ranking structure. League of Legends, like Halo 5, has ranks bronze through diamond. But after diamond, it's where it's different. In Halo 5, it's called Onyx, and then it's called Champion.
Champion,
In League of Legends, it's Masters and Challenger. Now, and also like in Halo 5, there's 10 placement matches in League of Legends. After these 10 games, you get placed into a rank or division. In League of Legends, you start out at 5 and you go up to 1, and then you can go to the next tier. In Halo, it's the inverse. You start at 1, you go up to 6. I don't know why it's 6. I would prefer if it's 5, but that doesn't really matter. Whatever the numbers really matter. But, so in League of Legends, your placements and your rank and everything depends on wins. If you win a bunch of games in a row, that helps your rank. So like for the placements, basically the way it works, like the 10 matches in League of Legends, it's going to look at your previous rank from the previous ranked season. It's going to look at your performance. It's going to look at everything. But the number one thing that matters to League of Legends as far as your placement for your first rank is your wins and your consecutive wins. You can actually lose more games than win more games in League and actually get placed higher, because let's just say you lost your first 6 games. But if you won the last 4, you would get ranked higher than if you won the first 6, lost the last 4, because it's about consecutiveness. Because if you're winning consecutively, that means you are showing improvement. Okay. So it's entirely based on wins. Now, I've been placed in Halo 5 in every playlist available, and I have 2 plat, 2 gold, and 1 onyx. And my experiences with the placement system, not the ranking system yet, like the ranking after placements, because I've only done a little bit of grinding since then, has been really wish-washy. So the first playlist I got ranked in was normal Slayer, and I played all my games with Nova and another friend of mine named Dolphin Lotion. And we played all 10 games. We won 5 out of 5. 5 out of 10. We lost 5, won 5. And we all performed marginally the same. By the end of those 10 games, Nova had a 3.0 KDA, Dolphin Lotion had 1.9, I had 1.8. So we roughly were all performing, excessively well in our games. And they both got placed into Platinum 1. I got placed into Gold 1. I'm like, what? What is this? We won all the same number of games together. And so I was like, okay, so obviously the ranking system is not based upon just wins alone. At least it's placements. Because after placements, it's totally based on wins. Like your performance doesn't matter. If you win your games, you'll rank up. But the placements are what bugging me. So I was like, okay, it must be taking into consideration your performance actually in the games as well for your placements. But when I compare my scores to theirs, I perform almost marginally the same as them. And so at that moment, I knew something was kind of screwy. I was like, okay, I should be plat because I performed at the same level. I won the same number of games. We should be the same rank because that's the only way that would make sense. Then I played some other playlists. I got ranked higher, some lower, and some really high. But the time I knew this was like the placements, the first 10 games are so fucked up, is whenever I played Free For All. I absolutely hate Free For All in Halo 5. I think they need to either reduce the number of players or change the match or something with it, but it's just not really fun for me to play. But I only came in first place in one of my Free For All games. The rest of them, I went anywhere between 4th and 1st, So, but I only won one game. That's the playlist I got Onyx in. Wow. How do I get placed in the second highest rank?
Well, when Bajul and I played, we played the exact same game, so the losses, which we had 10 out of 10. So why would we be ranked differently? And even if we were ranked differently, since I was like not as bad as her, mm-hmm. If anything, I should have been the silver and she should have been the bronze.
You would think that whatever formulas or equations or whatever the term is for the math that they developed to determine your rank would have some kind of consistent basis. Like it should be based off your wins, and if not your wins and your performance. But it just seems to be kind of random to me.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So Whopper, tell us about your experience with the ranking.
Okay, my experience with the ranking. Well, I was losing most of my matches, but I had like the most kills on the team, so I lost pretty much almost all of them, but I did well. So they ranked me Platinum 1. So, but today I ranked up all the way to Platinum 3 on Slayer.
Okay.
And then on what's the other playlist? I forget the name.
There's Team Arena,
SWAT,
Slayer, SWAT.
I got Diamond on SWAT, and I did horrible.
You didn't win every game?
No.
Wow.
I think I had like 2 good games, and then I got beaten badly on the other one.
So why were you ranked diamond if you didn't do that good? I wonder.
I have no idea.
It just the whole placement system seems busted. Because the reason why I'm referencing League so much when it comes to ranking system, because for one, this system is basically mirroring that system, and two,
Well, they bragged about it. Halo was bragging
Yeah.
about it, that they got the guy in who was responsible for that, for the league ranking system to work on the Halo ranking system, and they were proud of that.
yeah, I mean, and the idea is really cool because like it really inspires competitive play and longevity of the game, which I'm really happy about. Because Halo 4's longevity, like it sold well, it did well. It's just the player base dropped off, really like consistent for like a month or so, then died. So
Yeah.
with competitive leaderboards and ranking system, it's going to hopefully keep the community around longer playing multiplayer to try to rank up. So, but with the league plays, which is something I was saying earlier, it's entirely based on the wins and the consecutive wins and your improvement as a player. That's why I don't get here, because like for your placement matches, it should really be looking at how well you really are performing, not just for some arbitrary whatever it's deciding your initial rank. Because it makes it harder for me when I feel like I should be at least platinum in all my playlists and then grind up to the higher ranks when you're putting me at gold. Because obviously I am at a higher skill because of what I can make Onyx in one playlist when I did bad in it. Obviously I must be at least a decent player if I can get the second highest rank in a playlist. So that's kind of what I'm frustrated because I don't want to spend so much extra time getting my ranks up in playlists where it just gave me like a random rank. I don't know. It just feels weird.
Okay, so have you haven't played that many games as platinum or diamond?
I've started because so my goal right now as far as my rank is to get the golds up to plat, and then get the plats up to diamond.
Yeah.
Or probably get the plats up to onyx, and then because the one onyx playlist I have, it's free for all. I don't like free for all, so I'm fine with it being onyx. That way I don't have to play it at all to grind it up anymore.
Okay.
So I'm quite satisfied with free for all staying onyx because you can just stay onyx and be there, and I don't have to worry about it because I don't want to play it anyways. So basically, my goal is just to get them all up to onyx or higher.
All right. So Whopper, have you played very many games after you were given your competitive ranking?
Yeah, I have a bunch of Slayer games. I felt like they ranked me appropriate on that game type. That's about my level, platinum. I was platinum 1, and today I got all the way up to platinum 3.
So how sweaty, how try hard are the matches?
Not so bad. It's sometimes you get one match that's sweaty and the other one is more, I don't know, for some reason more casual.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's kind of my experience too.
It's a mix.
So what about pub stompers? After you get your ranking and they put you pretty high, it's not going to be like you're going to be able to get these YouTube games where you go, 20 and 1. Because they're going to be playing against players who are not weak.
But I did see that a lot of people are like quitting matches. So I don't know if you quit matches, they demote you or something.
Yeah, like
Maybe
There's penalties this time.
Yeah,
Does
there
it
are
count as a
extreme
loss?
penalties. Yes, it still does. The reason why, so you would think like if you're not used to some kind of elo ranking system that if I quit a match, then I shouldn't be penalized for my if my teammates quit the match, I shouldn't be penalized for their decision to ruin my game. But the problem with that is it creates so many opportunities for the community of that game to exploit the ranking system.
Yep.
So like imagine if you have a super close game, right? It's like 50 kills, it's like 45 kills or 45 kills in a Slayer game. First to 50 wins. So let's say it looks like the red team also at 45 kills now gets a triple kill, so they're 2 kills away from winning, or 3 kills or whatever I said. So someone on blue team would be like, you know what? If I quit, it's not going to count as a loss. So they quit off, and then this team, the winning team, doesn't get their win. They worked hard almost the entirety of the match to come out on top, and now they're being punished because someone on the enemy team quit. That's like one of the exploits that could happen.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, that's not how it is now, though.
No, that's not how it is now, and that'd be horrible if it was. So yes, so let's just say you're on a team and you have 1 kill, and the enemy team has 49, and you have no teammates. That's still going to count as a loss for you.
Well, now supposedly there's going to be in-game penalties like some sort of timeouts or something for people who quit excessively or team kill
Right.
or AFK or whatever.
That's like the only real solution, because the only way you can to not having a ranking system that can be exploited, you have to make wins always be wins and losses always be losses. But the only way they can really stop people from doing that is to penalize them for when they fuck up their teammates' day. So if you quit a lot, they're going to restrict you from probably, like, I'm not sure what the exact penalties are because I haven't been penalized. I haven't quit a single match yet, and I don't really plan to, because if I have time to start a match, I have time to finish it usually. So
Okay, so I've got a question. So me and Flex get into a match, and we're playing with you two guys who are ranked high, and it's like, okay, me and Flex are going to probably make you lose. So you're not going to want to play with us because you're gonna be jeopardizing your rank. So what do you think about that?
it goes back to skill. I mean, the whole point of the ranking system is to show that you have the skill to carry your team. That's what ranking systems are for. Like, yes, it's a team game, but the whole point of the individual ranks is to show that myself as a player, I can not only perform well individually, but I can help my team succeed better, even if they're not as skilled as me. That's part of the
Right.
ranking system. So if, let's say I get stuck, because like it's gonna happen when you play random people too. You're gonna have people at the same rank as you, but they can be having a bad game, or they can be off that day, or they can just be throwing the game or whatever. So you're gonna get shitty teammates no matter what you do. So it's your
Right.
abilities to still win the game.
Well, so if like, are all losses and all wins the same? Let's say you got a team that's made up of 3 bad players and there's 1 good player. Okay, he's got a high rank and they're all low ranked, and you go into another match. It's going to try to match you up with somebody. I mean, I don't know. It's like, ideally, in a perfect world, everybody on the team would be Onyx. They'd be going up against another team where everybody on the team is Onyx.
Right.
And bronze, everybody on the team would be bronze, going up against another team where everybody on the team would be bronze. But that's not how it's going to be in real life. People have friends, and your friends are going to necessarily be different ranks than you. So that's going to... How are they going to match make that?
Well, the reason why, in other games, the reason why this isn't a problem is because the normal playlist and the ranked playlist are separate. So in the ranked playlist for other games, you go into a setting or to a playlist that's like, okay, this is for ranked play. This is the playlist where you're going to get a score, where it's going to matter, where you're going to be matched with people who are the same rank as you. That's separate from the main game type. And Halo is just all one thing, ranked, casual.
Right.
Whatever.
See, that's the big point. A lot of people are, if there's anything that people are taking issue with that I've seen, is the fact that there's no social. There's no social, arena playlist.
Which I think there should be, because it would make a zone where you can play multiplayer without having the pressure of losing rank. Yeah.
Right. I mean, you've got Warzone. Everybody can play Warzone. It's not ranked. It's just like tons of fun for the whole family.
Yeah, but Warzone can get irritating. You want to play a normal Slayer match without having to worry about your rank dropping because you're playing with your bad friends.
Right. And also, not everybody wants to play a 23-minute game. I mean, have you noticed that these Warzone games are very long?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're quite long. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I think maybe if it was a little shorter, it's fun. It's fun playing a long game sometimes, but maybe there should be 2 playlists, or maybe another playlist is like, these are like the long games, and these are like the not quite so long games. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, Warzone is not my biggest thing. I've played a few games. I mean, I have my issues with the game type, both this whole and the normal one. So it's not my most favorite thing to do. Not that I don't like the idea of a big Halo game with a bunch of people. I'm not one of those guys who are like, oh, I want freaking my Halo games to be Halo 2 every time they come out. I like change, but I have problems with the game type, so I haven't played them a lot. But I mean, for the game type to go in for the type of thing you're going for, I can't really see it being any longer. I can't see it being any shorter without them changing like the scoring system to make it faster. So
Yeah. I think they need to add more players as well to that game type.
because like the maps are not filled up enough.
Yeah,
There's a
sometimes
lot of
you
dead
go
time.
without seeing anybody on the map.
That's true. Even with 12 on 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe the maps are just a little bigger, or maybe throw in a few more of those Marines or whatever, those grunts.
Yeah,
It really does remind me of Titanfall in some ways. You know, you're
Oh yeah,
killing the.
I mean, definitely Halo 5 is taking a lot of inspiration from other FPSs that have come out in the recent years, like Titanfall, Advanced Warfare, even some things from the MOBA genre, because like all the popular competitive games, the MOBAs right now, they all actually their core game types feature competitive modes that have both AI and humans in them. So
And all that stuff is not bad.
no, it's not bad.
It's just
like Warzone's a cool idea.
Yeah. Well, now I'm going to tell you what I think about the game.
Mhm.
I fucking love it. I was having so much fun, even though, you know, we're losing all of our games because me and Bajul are playing. It's like, wow, this is a Halo experience to me. I don't care what the sprint people say or whatever. This is like fun. The gunfights are fucking hilariously fun.
That pistol.
The pistol is awesome. You can actually kill people with the AR. I mean,
The AR is a lot shittier than it was before, though, to be honest, and to me it's a little useless. But it can, depending on how you use it, get the job done.
you're saying it's
SMGs.
shittier than you
It's
compare
very
it to the,
because like what Halo 4 was going for it was parity in all of the primary weapons. So the DMR, the BR, the AR, the storm rifle, the light rifle, and the carbine were all supposed to be basically equal in Halo 4 as far as their usefulness. It went down to like preference, like which one you would prefer to use versus.
Well, I thought the Covenant weapons weren't very good.
No, I mean like actually surprisingly you can like I could very easily do well with the carbine and the light rifle of Halo 4. Because like that's what they were going for is a balance in the primaries, and they were trying to make that multiplayer. Okay, so you have your loadouts that have your preferences, and you just pick your preference and you go into the match.
Right.
But
Well, now it's arena style. It's everybody has the same start.
Mhm.
Whatever you want to use, you got to pick it up off the map.
Exactly. So Halo 5 is making all the weapons have a lot more variety to them. So it's not like picking up a gun that does the same thing as the next gun, even though it's just like a different, like it's not like picking up a weapon that is the same gun as the one you're already using, just a different color.
Yeah. Now I got a question. The bolt shot. Is it just me? Am I doing something wrong,
It's
or
shitty.
is it absolutely a different weapon than
It's
it
a different
was?
weapon and it's shitty. Like I mean, honestly,
I keep trying to charge it. It won't charge.
It doesn't charge. So like the bolt shot of Halo 4 used to be like a mini shotgun, a mini scatter shot. Now it's a mini BR that you can't aim for shit. So it's bad. You just,
good.
I
don't
wasn't.
pick it up. I don't use it.
Yeah,
I'm good
it's
with that.
not very good, but I was like, I can't get this thing to charge. It's like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, I mean they did that a lot though for the light rifle. The light rifle in Halo 4, when you were not zoomed in, it was a 3-round burst rifle, like the battle rifle. Then when you scoped in, it became a one-shot. Now it's just a consistently one-shot weapon. So they changed that. The scatter shot and shotgun fire differently. I can't really explain it well, but they are different. Trying to think of major changes with weapons besides that. The rocket launcher, they just, in my opinion, ruined. I mean, I know what they're going for with all the ordnance weapons. They're trying to balance them out. So yes, they are power weapons, but they do take more skill to use. But I don't really see the point of that when they're power weapons. If I won the objective to get the weapon, then the weapon should be rewarding. But now all the power weapons to me are frustrating to use. Like the rocket launcher was a double barrel. It was a big thing to sit on your shoulder. Had 2 barrels coming out.
Right.
You fire one, it would rotate, fire the next one. Now it's a
It
single
looks
barrel.
completely different.
It looks
yeah,
completely
it
different.
looks totally different.
It's a single barrel, and there's a huge delay when you pull the trigger and the first rocket comes out. So it's like pull the trigger. So it throws me off completely, and the same thing with the second shot. So it's much weaker. I mean, it can still kill someone, but because usually like when you're fighting for the rocket launcher, like in any other Halo game, as soon as you pick it up, you're going to shoot it because you were fighting over the objective, and there's going to be people trying to kill you as you're grabbing it. So if you manage to grab the rocket launcher in another Halo game, you can immediately shoot, blast it, that person's dead. But now, because of the delay, you're probably going to die if you go for it right away.
That's true.
So that kind of stuff throws me off with their weapon changes.
So Whopper, what are your favorite weapons to pick up on the map?
Well, I'm having fun with the pistol. I like I don't know. I think I'm good with it. So that's like my go-to. And with the pistol, the BR, the light rifle. I normally stick to those. I don't pick up anything else.
What about the power weapons? I think the railgun is pretty fucking.
Railgun
awesome.
is good. The delay on it's kind of weird, but it's very strong, especially depending on the map.
It seems like the delay seems like it's actually less than it was in Halo 4. It's like you can let go of that trigger very quickly.
Definitely, the delay is quicker, but it's still like enough to where like it's not the easiest weapon to use. But I've managed to figure out the timing well, so where I can especially if I'm standing in a spot where I can just pick people off from afar, kind of like like a sniper or something, then it can be extremely powerful.
Yep.
But yeah, but I would say the railgun is better than the rocket launcher and the Hydra, though, for sure.
Yeah. So do you think grenades are too strong or too weak or just right?
I think they're weird. I mean, their damage is fine, but the actual mechanic of throwing it is super weird in this game, and I don't. It's just
Like weird? How? How's
So
it
like
weird?
the way I would basically describe a good grenade throw in a Halo game is if it feels like when I'm aiming my screen to when I'm going to throw my grenade, it feels like my grenade's going to where I intend to throw it. So like if I'm looking up, that means I'm planning on arcing my grenade so it goes a certain distance and either falls or lands where I want it to, so then it blows up where I want it to. But in this game, it feels like it does not ever go where I want it to go. Like it feels like it has a really like either the grenade has a weird weight to it, like in the physics of the game, or maybe or maybe the Spartans in this game are throwing it a lot harder than they used to. It just feels,
Maybe they throw like a girl.
or maybe it's like I just can't tell. But the grenade physics to me are just really off. I mean, but to be fair to Halo, it's always like that. Like every Halo game, it's kind of like on and off with the grenade physics being to my liking. Like one game it's good, one game it's not. But
I didn't notice that. It just seems like they go kind of where I expect them to go. I mean, I'm
They
still
felt good to
learning.
me.
yeah, I mean it's different
Yeah.
for everybody. But like I don't know. I think also part of it is the fact that I'm hitting the left bumper now to throw it instead of the left trigger. So it probably also doesn't help with my feeling comfortable with them. But I can use them effectively. I've gotten kills with grenades. It's just they're off to me a little bit, but their damage is fine. They can still 100 to 0 someone if they're directly under their feet. So that's what's important. As long as the grenade can still basically kill someone if you throw it perfectly.
I'll tell you the weapon that I have not had luck with is the plasma caster.
Oh, that's so
What do you think of
shitty.
that?
Like
Yeah.
all the power weapons are so bad to me, except for like the sniper and the railgun.
A lot
Plasma
of them
caster,
are.
like the plasma caster has the potential to be a really fun and useful weapon. It's just that basically it shoots out sticky grenades, but they don't fucking stick to anything. They just fucking bounce around the corner. So basically the only way you're gonna get killed the plasma caster is if you fire your entire clip so that you have like a freaking like 5 grenades around someone, they all blow up. So you can't actually tactfully use the thing and get a kill because if you aim it directly at someone, which I have done, I've aimed it directly at someone, hit them with it, it will hit them and just bounce off, and then they can just walk away from it because it doesn't
Yeah.
stick. Because
I haven't figured out what it's about.
It's just basically like just fire all your grenades and it's either used for zoning or for clearing a big area. So like if a bunch of people are sitting on an objective, if you're playing like not capture flag, but the I don't remember the name of it in Halo, but basically it's domination, where they're all sitting on an objective. Just if you fire all 5 of your grenades in there, I think it's 5 for a clip. It could be 6, but it's probably 5. Fire all 5 of your grenades, you'll probably get a kill. Or if someone's going to turn a
I noticed that one map that you have the plasma caster.
Mm-hmm.
You also have the sniper rifle. The sniper rifle, there's always, when it comes up, there's always a fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
The plasma caster, a lot of times, it's just sitting there. Nobody fucking.
So if you're good with it and you get it, it's usually open. It can be strong, I guess, but it's so situational. And a power weapon shouldn't be situational. It's a power weapon. Like the whole point of fighting for it is that when your team gets it, you get an advantage. So and if it's too situational, then it's not really advantageous.
Okay, so let's talk about the companies, which is like Halo's version of clans. It's like I'm in Modest Major's clan, the Wreck Raiders, and Flex and Whopper. I know you guys are in Cleanup's clan.
Yep.
What's he call that?
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. So Trent, are you in one of these companies?
I am, but I didn't realize I was in one because like I just went to the Halo 343 website, Waypoint, whatever, and I was just looking around on the website, and one of my friends had sent all his friends a company invite, and then I just randomly like yesterday in game I see it under my player card, like, oh, it's a clan or something. That's neat. Like, so that's basically it. It's not like Destiny where like having clans or groups actually affect anything in your game. So
yeah. Well, I'm really not sure what the ramifications of this are. Are there going to be clan wars or
probably
something
not.
like that down the road?
It's just some way to group your friends, probably, because like Halo honestly started the clan system and started basically everything that's basically what we know in online console FPSs, because Halo 2 started all this. So it's kind of going back to that, having a group of your friends organized with a clan or whatever. It's just kind of just throwing back to that. So just an organization tool, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you got a chance to play with Cleanup? Either of you two guys who are in his clan?
I haven't.
No, not yet.
Yeah, I haven't played with too many people. The game just came out. It's
I
not
haven't
even
had
a,
a lot
it's
of
not even a
chance to
week.
play myself. I've been kind of ill and
I spent a lot of time playing the campaign in a couple of different batches. So let's move on. Let's talk about the campaign, Halo 5 campaign. So first of all, very important, guys. For our viewers out there watching this video, it's only been out a week. No spoilers, okay? No spoilers. Whopper, are you hearing me?
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to talk about it.
I haven't even beat it.
Uh,
No, I'm
Yeah,
yeah,
you-
I beat it.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't finished it yet. I'm probably getting about close to halfway point. I don't know. I think it looks fucking-tastic.
It's a beautiful game. It really is.
it is. The music's awesome. The graphics are awesome. It's beautiful.
yeah.
I mean, you can tell
I like
this
it.
is the next step.
Yeah,
up
the
in
environments are
consoles.
good, colors are good, character designs are good as they always have been.
Buck is awesome.
Lighting is awesome. Voice acting
Buck
is
is
very
cool.
good. So
Yeah. Now, we I don't know. It's like I guess we can't talk too much about it because we'll spoil it for people watching this who haven't played the campaign
I
yet.
can talk about it without spoiling it pretty easily because I got some pretty. I mean, I had fun. The campaign. It's a good campaign, and overall, like just so I'm clear, Halo 5 is a good Halo game. Halo 4 was still a good Halo game, but I can see why a lot of people had problems with it, and it wasn't up to people's arbitrary Halo standards. I can see it. That doesn't mean I necessarily didn't. I mean, does that mean I agree necessarily? Not entirely, because I see their points, yeah, and were there flaws with the game, of course, but comparatively to Halo 4 and other Halo games, this is a good Halo game. It's a good video game in general, and I am having fun of it, and the campaign was fun. But as far as like my opinions on the campaign, just as a campaign, my biggest complaint goes with the marketing of the game.
There we go.
Yeah,
You nailed it.
This game was very highly. Or I guess that's a weird way to put it. This game was just marketed wrong as far as the story that they were trying to give you.
They told us it's a story about one thing, and it's a story about a different thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, basically
nailed
what
it.
they were trying to go for was, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just giving like basically the same kind of information you can get in the trailers.
Well, let's see. Tell us what it's not. What you thought the marketing led you to believe it would be.
Based on what all the trailers and information and all this hype and marketing was going for, they were going for some kind of, drama-esque story between two characters. Like the whole idea I was getting is that this story was going to be one big story of a large chain of events, and we get to see two sides of these events from two characters' point of view throughout the whole story. And it's not really like that. You end up playing one character a lot more through the campaign. There's not a lot of drama or tension as far as what's actually going on. It just felt very. I mean, it wasn't necessarily bad because of this. It just was not what I was expecting at all, and it went in completely different ways. But that doesn't mean that does not mean cool things did not happen in the campaign. A lot of cool, interesting stuff happened that leads up to the next story very well. And I'm very excited for the next story now because of this. But like as far as like what I was expecting to get out of the story, as far as like the way the characters are going to develop and things like that, it just was not there. It wasn't. It's just it was good marketing, but it wasn't what was represented in the whole game. In the final product,
Right. Well, I mean, Chief is going rogue, and Locke is like
hunting him down, basically.
hunting him down. Hunt the truth.
Not really much truth to be found there. That's the thing. And also, the campaign is extremely short. I'll be very blunt about that. Like, I remember hearing before the launch of Halo 5 that this campaign was supposed to be anywhere between 12 to 15 hours on normal. And the reason why we have those numbers is because apparently 343 play tested the campaign with people that were inexperienced of Halo, and that's around the time they got. Yes, to be fair, I'm a very veteran, experienced Halo player, so of course I can burn through a Halo campaign, especially on an easier difficulty like I did, because I always play on an easier difficulty for my first time, so I can just get through the story and then talk about it with my friends. But I beat it on normal co-op in 4.5 hours.
Wow.
So that was really disappointing that the campaign was only 4.5 hours. And I wouldn't be upset about it being 4.5 hours if they didn't tell me I was going to get like 12 hours worth of gameplay.
Yeah,
That's just a lie. That's just a lie.
Pulled the rug out from under you.
That's not wrong marketing, because like here's the thing about Halo's campaign marketing. it's not like what they said necessarily isn't a lie. I just think I think they were just portraying the wrong tone and the wrong kind of setting and all that kind of stuff. Like narratively, I think they were expressing the wrong kind of thing that we got. So, do I think that was wrong? I think they just were trying to really sell the game well, and it worked. You know, they did a good job of the marketing. The marketing was fun. It was exciting to theorize what was going on and all that stuff, and it worked. So I don't blame them for that. But I don't like it when they tell me I'm going to get a lot more out of something that I obviously didn't get. You know, I didn't get
Right.
15-hour campaign, but the story.
So you got a little bit of a bait and switch thing going on.
That I'm not happy about. Everything else I don't really have a problem with. But that's my biggest complaint about Halo 5 is that they told us we were going to get a much bigger campaign that was actually there. So.
Right. So Whopper, what do you think? Do you agree with everything that Trent said?
Yes and no. I think Halo, the campaign was a good campaign, but not a good Halo campaign. There was a lot of things that were like weird. Like first of all, like Dr. Halsey, in the end of Spartan Ops, didn't she want revenge against Palmer and the UNSC? So how now they're all buddies now in the campaign?
Well,
is she gonna betray them in the end or something?
That's not really spoiler territory because like he's mostly referring to Spartan Up's story and how it leads into the very intro of the game. Like in the very first mission, Halsey is introduced again and rescued and brought back into the Hands Community. That's not really spoilers because that's the very first mission in the game. But I did find that kind of weird because also in the first mission you killed the and it's not really spoiler because because he's not relevant at all to the Halo 5 story or any future stories. He's just part of the opening mission that people have probably already seen glimpses of and whatnot. Basically, you kill the main bad guy, which was the main bad guy from Spartan Ops, which was the mini campaign co-op thing after Halo 4. And basically, the way I saw all that is that basically they were just looking to sweep the events of Spartan Ops under the rug because their idea of Spartan Ops was, okay, we're going to have something that's adding on to the story when the campaign's complete, so that way you can have more to play and learn and experience. I mean, their idea was to have a second season of Spartan Ops, but Spartan Ops was a failure and did not help with the longevity of the experience of Halo because, you know, players didn't stick around. Like, players finished episodes 1 through 5, but it wasn't for another 2 months that episodes 6 through 10 came out, and most of the players in the community didn't even finish Spartan Ops because they were just done playing Halo 4. So they didn't see the point of continuing Spartan Ops, and that's why Warzone is a thing. Because, you know, Spartan Ops is meant to replace Firefight, and now Warzone's meant to replace Spartan Ops as far as, like, its new signature game mode.
Okay.
So do you guys miss Big Team Battle?
It'll be back, but...
I know, but it's not here now.
I guess. I mean, it's not my favorite. Honestly, it's not my favorite play game type. It's not bad. It's fun to...
Well, I used to love Big Team Battle. I mean, it's like Warzone is very, very similar, but, you know, it's quite different. The AI and killing the bosses and stuff like that is very, very different, and the requisitions... I don't know. Are the requisitions going to be there in Big Team Battle, or is it going to be just like more like it used to be?
It's just going to be a playlist in Arena for sure. It's just like another playlist with competitive ranking, etc.
Can we talk about the fight scene, or that's swirly?
Are you talking about Master Chief fight scene?
Yeah.
Against Locke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about that. Yeah, I got to see that. Are you talking about with had the thing where he stuck him?
Yeah. Okay, Chief is a Spartan 2. They're genetically enhanced. How come Locke, like, go even with the Chief if he's like a Spartan 4 and they made on the cheap?
They're not necessarily made on the cheap. They're still extremely expensive. That every Spartan 4 still costs extremely large amount of money. That the armor still is expensive, and the genetic modifications, yes, are not as extensive as the Spartan 2s, but they're the evolution of the whole Spartan process. Because with the Spartan 2s, out of 75 children, roughly only about 60 became Spartan 2s. Some died in training, some died through the augmentation process, which required major surgery to add freaking like Wolverine skeletons to them and all this other crazy shit like that. So it kills people. So with the Spartan 3 and Spartan 4 program, they were trying to figure out how can we make super soldiers good, but without killing them. So there were some drawbacks, but Spartan 3s and 4s are still genetically modified. They still go through augmentations. It's just the augmentations are not as life-threatening, but they are weaker and they are not as tall and strong.
Well, I wanted to see Master Chief just whip Locke's ass 6 ways to Sunday. That's what I wanted to see.
They tried to force Locke onto the player. they want us to like him because I do think they're gonna get rid of Chief in the next one. Some way for a while, at least.
No,
Yeah.
no. There's no way. There's no way.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I think. It looks like that.
Well, I'm not saying that's completely impossible, but they probably are looking to. They're looking for some kind of way. I can just kind of feel with this trilogy to make avenues to expand the Halo universe. So that way, in future iterations of the Halo franchise, they can have more games that aren't necessarily tied to Master Chief's story. So like how Halo Reach didn't really much having to do with Master Chief directly. So I could see them wanting to do something like that. Like with Call of Duty now, we have like little small segments of games that are connected to each other, like Black Ops 1 through 3, Modern Warfare 1 through 3, all that kind of stuff. I could see them trying to go for something like that, where it's like not annual
a new story arc.
Yeah, new story arcs in the same universe, but you can't really do that when Master Chief's story is still going on.
They gave us the most boring character though, for that.
Yeah. Well, like the biggest issue with as far as Locke's character and him in the campaign and him being a forefront, it's just that we don't know much and know shit about him really. I mean, if you watch Halo Nightfall, I actually have that right here. If you watch,
oh my god, that actor is so bad.
Wow.
I don't think
that
it's necessarily
actor.
Bad actor. I just don't think the script for this wasn't that great.
Well, the scripts were not good.
Yeah, it wasn't. This wasn't interesting or anything. But I thought he portrayed a soldier, and all that, his character well enough. Some of the other actors I think did worse than the guy who played Locke in that. But it's just we don't know anything about him. I mean, if you research about him, as far as his history of Oni and all this stuff like that, and the events of Nightfall, then you kind of know a decent bit about him. But you're making him the forefront of this game without any kind of real introduction to his character in a previous game. It's like, oh, he's a main character now and he's important. Like, okay. I mean, I don't think necessarily I don't think he can't be a main character or a leading man. I just don't think they set it up at all well.
No.
So
Yeah.
I think Osiris was a cool squad though. Overall, the things they did was cool. I mean, the girls in the squad we know even less about than Locke.
But they seem cool though. They're more
cool.
interesting.
Yeah,
They're more interesting, and Buck.
In Buck too.
Buck is interesting.
Buck is awesome. Yeah, like their whole squad has potential to be really cool characters. We just kind of learn more about them. But that's where I'm starting to think okay, I can see them going for more expansive stories that go beyond the Chief, because you're introducing all these characters that have their own backstories and history and stuff like that, and they're all capable soldiers and stuff. So why not, after when Chief's second trilogy is over, why not do some more interesting stuff as far as expanding the universe more?
Yeah, they're gonna put them in cryo sleep, and then when the cells go down, they can pop them out again.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, just break them out whenever they need to.
Yep.
So it was like for the numbered ones, the numbered ones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Master Chief and the Reach,
Reach ODST,
and ODST will just So where do you think the next Halo is going to be? It's how long from now, and what do you think the deal is going to be?
Probably be within. Actually, I would say probably be within 6 months of where things ended in Halo 5. That's the only way I can see it, within 6 months to a year.
Well, that'll be the next numbered Halo.
Probably. Oh, you mean the actual
that'll probably
release,
the next numbered one will probably be 2019.
I was talking about the events of the next
18.
game.
Yeah, the next game probably won't be
the next release of a major title will be probably, I'm gonna guess, 2018.
Yeah, probably 2018, about 3 years from now. But will we see something to tide us over? I mean, 3 years is a long time to play one Halo game.
Well, you got Halo Wars coming around the corner, so
Halo Wars. I'm probably gonna have some more mobile and spin-off games in between, and maybe that Halo TV show that was announced that Spielberg is directing. So,
is that actually still going to happen?
I think, because I haven't heard anything that it's being canceled, but I haven't heard anything since its announcement. So
yeah, nobody's talked about it.
So it's just, if that comes out, that could be something that can also keep interest in the series.
Keep it alive.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, we gotta keep in mind that Halo 5, like their entire goal is to create longevity for this community because like they were super disappointed with how the player base died off in Halo 4.
Right.
So they want this.
Well,
played
that brings up another issue that I have. One thing that I did notice playing the multiplayer, the arena, there are not very many maps.
No, and total right now there's like 15, but this is the best decision.
I did not see
I've been
15
playing
maps.
the same 4 maps
Well,
over and
that's
over
I've
again.
been playing the same
like,
4 maps.
They have the correct maps to the correct game types in rotation. Honestly, I don't like the amount of maps we're playing in each playlist, but I do like that they're trying to consider what maps work for what game type is best. At least they're trying to do that.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to keep the playlist as high as possible, because if you have fewer maps, then like there's only there's only 4 maps in Slayer. I don't know how many there are, but let's say that there's 4. If they had like 10 maps in Slayer, then they would have to divide all the players times 10. And if they only had 4, they only have to divide them by 4. So I think they're really, really trying to keep the player numbers up for going forward. I think that's the point of it.
And that's part of the ranking system, as well, because like rank system gives players incentive to keep winning the game, to keep seeing how well they're improving and see how high they can get their rank, which increases longevity. They also have said that for the years to come, they're going to update and patch the game. And that's a big part of a game's longevity too. Is that when a game is getting content updates and things are changing with the game, especially if it's a competitive one, that will make players want to come back because they want to see the changes, they want to see what's different. Because I can imagine, after getting some player feedback, 343 is going to update, some weapon balance, probably make some weapons better, make some weapons worse, change some armor abilities, and that's going to make players want to play multiplayer again. So,
well, like 343 has a big test coming around the corner. Because Black Ops is around the corner, so we're gonna have to see if they could keep the population in check.
I mean, it's gonna dip regardless when a big game comes out, but it just depends. Because like when a big game comes out that is similar in nature and has a big crossover fan base, like Halo and Call of Duty does, like there's a big crossover in their fan base. Of course, for the first week or so, there's gonna be a dip in player base, but it's basically how much of that will come back is like the big thing they're gonna have to see.
Right. Okay, so this is the time when let's switch gears and we'll talk about Black Ops 3, which is 4 days from now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night at 9 o'clock Pacific time. I'm not real excited about this Call of Duty because I played the beta and I thought it played too much like Destiny multiplayer.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna love the shit out of it.
Okay. Whopper, what do you think?
I play the little I could play of the beta because my system was keep crashing. From what I play with it, it was pretty good. I liked it. It felt noob friendly. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can just pick it up and play and do well. But other than that, I don't know. I'm on the fence of it because I'm really liking Halo. And yeah.
Well,
That's
of course, it's a huge game and it's a Treyarch game, which means that it's like, it's got a reputation, and I think a lot of the Call of Duty people who have been a little bit jaded over the last 2 iterations probably are going to come back because they trust the Treyarch games more. So Trent, you're right. I think there's going to be, quite a bit of siphoning off.
Mm-hmm.
That first, whenever it releases. How long do the Halo players keep playing Call of Duty? We don't know.
Maybe they could give us some new maps when it drops. When Call of Duty drops.
Yeah.
Maybe 343 could release a.
Well, they plan to release 29 maps in the course of the next 8 months.
Right.
Or
So
20,
they should do
29
something.
maps coming out or 29 maps in total. I don't remember.
They should do something. Sweeten the pot there.
Yeah.
Try to maintain. It's a war. God damn it! It's a war.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, we have
They
Forge
already
coming out
did.
still
You don't
too.
have to pay for the maps.
I mean,
Yeah, we don't have to pay for
No.
these maps.
which is also something to sweeten the pot as far as like if you bought the game, you can come back and experience new multiplayer because like they really, really want us to keep coming back.
Right,
Yep.
right. If you bought Destiny when it came out and you didn't buy any DLC and you want to play now, good luck.
Yeah, no, you can't do
Cost you
anything.
80
But
bucks.
well, actually, no, because like if you buy Taken King like if you bought the game today, you can buy a copy of the game $60 that has everything in it.
True.
Right. But
A year
but
later.
yeah.
A year
Well,
later.
that's
10-year game.
Yeah,
it's a
you got
10-year
right.
game. It's a 10-year game.
I mean,
It's like-
now, if you're not into Destiny, now is the best time to get into it because you get the best deal on all the DLC that's out right now, and there's great tools set up in the game right now to get up to the current level and experience what everybody else is experiencing.
I heard there's an Easter egg you can get that'll bump you up to level 25.
Yeah, basically, if you buy Taken King, it gives you an item that gets one of your characters up to 25 because 25 is the minimum rank to start
do,
playing the Taken
raids
King
and
campaign. Well, no, it's the level you need to start doing the Taken King campaign.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like to do the raids and stuff, you're gonna have to play a
but
lot.
your other characters you're going to have to grind.
Yeah, your other characters you have to do from scratch, but it doesn't like once you have one character that's established, like that's the hardest part of Destiny is having one character set up because then once you have that one character set up, you can start using that character that's already been set up to get your other characters things, and you just give them the stuff. So
Right.
Right.
the first
I feel
time
dirty. I feel dirty even having talked about Destiny at all. I don't know, Trent. I know you were pretty big for it. Do you still like the game?
At launch, I was big into it in beta because I saw a lot of anticipation and hype for the game, and I was hyped for it. Bungie, new universe, new game, etc. I was really disappointed after a month the game came out. I was like, you know what? There's not a lot of content here. This feels like a framework of a game. I'm bored. It's mainly that I was bored. I mean, it wasn't me being upset with their decisions because it's them doing something different. It's them trying to make money. I get that. That's the world we live in. Games need to make money, and I get that. So, but I just was bored. If I'm bored, I'm not going to play the game. About a half a year or so later, when more of the DLC came out, I got this expansion pack. Like, you know what? I'll get this game another try now that the DLC is out. So I got to play all the DLC from where I left off. That was all fun. I got to do all the raid content. That was fun. Like, and the game is fun when there's new stuff to do, but Destiny gets really fucking boring whenever you're at that point when you run out of stuff to do. And it's just okay. You just get stuff to prepare to do more stuff, and that's what's boring to me. But when there is new stuff that comes out, and I have to work to do that stuff, then it's really fun. It's really fun to play with friends. The Destiny community is actually my favorite first-person shooter community I've ever been a part of. Like everybody I play with on Destiny, if I invite them to my party and I don't know them, I met them on a Destiny website or a Facebook group or anything, they're always someone around my age, maybe a little younger, maybe a little older, that's super nice and chill, that wants to just play some Destiny together. I can't do that with any other first-person shooter community. Like, it's all just either small children or assholes. So
I noticed that too when I played Destiny that people would just you could get them to just jump in your party and you'd like start BSing with them and then they'd be playing with you and it was like really a different experience.
It's hard to find that in other FPS is really. Yeah. But I think it's just there are times whenever I feel like Destiny's gonna be the kind of game is just that whenever there's nothing else new coming out and I'm really bored and some new content has come out, I'm gonna hop back and play for a few months and then probably fall off again. Yeah. But I don't see it as necessarily a bad thing. It's just I'm not the kind of person that can, grind the game every single day when there's nothing new to look forward to. But when stuff starts coming, like when a new DLC is coming out, that kind of motivates me to want to get back into the game. So, but yeah. I look at the game now because my problem with it when it first came out is I looked at it as like the spiritual successor to Halo, which the game is in a way can be, but it really isn't. This is more of the first real attempt at a decent console MMO hybrid kind of experience. And if the game was marketed as that, then and also like that's part of Destiny's problem too is that it was marketed crazy out the ass, kind of like Halo 5 was, and I was expecting an entirely different experience than what I got with the initial launch of Destiny. But if they told me from the start this is going to be fucking completely different than anything you've ever played before, with a whole different point of goal and purpose, something more akin to an MMO experience like on PC, then I would have been perfectly fine with the game with how it was at launch. But I was expecting something more like Halo or other first-person shooters. So that's how I look at it. It's just an MMO that I hop in sometimes, play a few months, and then take a break. And right now I'm taking a break. So.
Okay. So after the Master Chief Collection, before that, Halo 4, it seems like a sense of malaise and dejection and Halo players wanting to basically just like shoot me now. So do you think we back? Hashtag we back.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
this
it
is
true?
I mean, I think this is a good Halo game that the community can get behind. It's just it's not fully complete, I guess. As far as the Forge not being out and the campaign feeling like it was kind of either hack and slash or just not a lot of time was invested into it as far as content. But those are just kind of small complaints to having a fun Halo game with good multiplayer again. So
Whop, are we back?
For everybody who enjoys it, yeah. But
Uh-oh.
if everybody doesn't, like, whatever.
Uh-oh, my camera just died. What happened?
no, I mean, you still look like you're there for me.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. On my screen it died.
Did it on mine too.
It's like, what the heck was that? Anywho, so I guess we've had a pretty good episode here. So
Yep.
we're gonna get you guys back a little bit later on, hopefully, if you guys want to come.
No problem. I'm always here.
Same.
Same. All right. So if you're still watching Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 174.
Yeah.
Good for you. Now get back on there and play Halo.
There you go.
Hey,
Got
UNSC.
that.
He's got the hat. All right, so I've been your co-host, Yam Juice.
I've been your co-host Flex.
And we would like to thank our all Floridian guests panel today, Mr. EatMyWhopper. Yeah!
Thank you. It's been a
Mr.
blast.
And of course, Mr. tgizzle 423. Yeah! All right, so gentlemen, you've been through this before. You know what's happening next.
Oh man.
What, Trent? You went dark, Trent.
He ate his camera.
Yeah, it's my camera.
What did you knock it off or something?
Oh no, I just put it into my mouth.
Wow. So we're actually getting like part of a view of your digestive tract.
The first step.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
All right.
So it looks like there's really only one thing left to do. Take us out, Mr. Flex.
Adios.